Hello and welcome to this look at conversations with custom NPCs. So we're going to need a couple of NPCs. So we want to make sure we've got the mob cloner and the NPC wand in hand. Once that's done, we can start to work on custom NPCs. So we're going to create a mob, and the first one we're called Zombina. And we're going to edit the model, entity, witch, and press the X. And we have a witch there. And then we'll do the second one. It's going to be called Skeletor. Entity skeleton and press the X. Okay, so these are the two individuals we're going to be dealing with, Zombina and Skeletor. Now what we want to do is we want to put this into the database. So we're going to go Zombina, make sure this has got server side selected, we'll go for tab 1, press save, and the same for Skeletor, server side, Skeletor tab 1, save. Now when we click our block on the ground, we're going to see in the server we've got Skeletor and Zombina. So we can now spawn these anywhere in the world. There's two very good ways to deal with dialogue in custom NPCs. The first is with scenes. So let's click with the NPC wand, and now we can edit Zombina's scenes. So we'll go to advanced and we go to scenes, and we're going to call this scene meeting. We're going to add that, we're going to make sure it's enabled, and we're going to have, say, hi, how are you? So we'll start the scene meeting. Hi, how are you? Okay, so Skeletor might want to respond, right? So we're going to go to Skeletor's scenes. His scene is also going to be called meeting. Enable. And at 2 seconds, we're going to say, I'm good. Okay, so we're going to do reset meeting, start meeting. Hi, how are you? Skeletor says, I'm good. Okay, so that's the scene, right? So once we've done a task like that, we're going to want to make sure that we overwrite our clone. So we're going to do this. Save. You're about to overwrite a clone. Yes. Same with Skeletor. Save. Yes. So now, if we remove our NPCs, we can then use the mob cloner tool, get them back. Reset meeting, start meeting. Hi, how are you? I'm good. So all that information you can see is stored. Now there is an alternative way to do things, which is perhaps even more powerful. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to go for scoreboard, and we're going to do objectives, and we're going to do add, and we're going to have a meeting. We're going to call it meeting. We're going to call it, and the name of the objective will be meeting, and we'll use a dummy objective and set it to 0. So now we have a dummy objective called meeting. Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to show you the alternative way that we can have conversations between these two. So Skeletor, let's start with Skeletor. We'll go to advanced, and now in this button we're going to go to conversation. Okay, so this works slightly differently. So we'll have Skeletor, and what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Zombina will reply, not much. How about you? And Skeletor will respond, yeah, same. Okay, so that's pretty much fine. What we want to do though is we just want to change these other values. Okay, and make sure you change the delay at the end as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is then we're going to go to availability, and we're going to do select scoreboard, and we're going to go meeting equals 1. Okay, so now what we can do is we can now do scoreboard players set at a meeting 1. Hey, what's going on? Not much, how about you? Yeah, same. Hey, what's going on? Not much. How about you? Okay, so that's going to just go through that. So the real power with this, right, is that we can now go into Zombina's conversations. And let's imagine a time later on, right, where things are perhaps a bit different. So Zombina is now going to say, hey, did you hear what happened last night? Skeletor is now going to respond. And then Zombina is going to say, well, okay. Set those other values. Now we'll go to the availability, we'll go scoreboard, we'll go meeting, change that to 2, and done. So now what we can do, you can do the same command, and we just do meeting 2, right? Hey, did you hear what happened last night? No, tell me. Well, so obviously it's going a little bit fast. You can put greater delays, but the whole point of this is to show you that we can have multiple different things, right? And then another thing you can do, which is very key to understand, is if we change it to this, put it at 3, there's obviously, we haven't set that number, right? So they'll stop talking. So then we can go all the way back, reset meeting, start meeting. Hey, how? And so this way we can combine various different things. Now you want to make sure we have a mob cloner, and we'll save, overwrite, save, overwrite. So then we can just, again, we can just remove all the NPCs here, put them wherever we like. So it's key that you do things in this way, because there are some problems with chunk loading. So this way you can always ensure that the chunk load, that you're loading the NPC right when you're in a chunk loaded area. So there obviously are some very interesting things to talk about in scenes, and I've only really gone over that slightly. But in general, scenes are for you want more things going on. The NPCs will be walking around and doing a lot more things. And this conversation tab is more for people in the background, perhaps observers, talking about things that are going on. Anyway, we may come back and I may do another video on this. I would like to perhaps make I would like to expand on some of these ideas. Anyway, thanks for watching.